Hi guys, so this is subtraction and mixed numbers. So looking at number 9, they kind of did part of it for you. So what we need to do is borrowing is going to look a little bit different. So they have 4 1/6 minus 1 5/6. Okay, so we can't take, if I have 1, can I take 5 away? Absolutely not. Okay, can't do that in regular subtraction, and we definitely can't do it in fraction subtraction. Okay, so we need to borrow. Where am I going to go? Okay, so we're going to go to its whole number neighbor. We're going to borrow from the 4. If I'm taking from the 4, it's going to turn into 3, correct? Okay. This now becomes a 3. Well, when we borrow from a whole number in the world of fractions, we are borrowing a fraction. What is a whole number look like if my denominator is 6? 6, 6. So I just borrowed 6/6 out of that 4 because I need a fraction to help my fraction. So I went to the whole number next door. So this became a 3. I borrowed 6/6, which is 1, right? So in the world of fraction and adding, we don't add the denominators. They stay the same, just like in the lesson before and the lesson before. You just slide the denominator over and you just work with the top numbers called the numerators, okay? So now, we just borrowed 6/6 from the 4. What is 1 plus 6? 7. Okay? This now becomes 7/6. All right? Yes, it's improper, but it's improper for a reason because we're doing subtraction now, and we need a larger fraction on top than on the bottom. Okay? So let's work our subtraction problem out now that we have borrowed and we have enough. So we now have 3 7/6 minus 1 5/6. So what's 3 minus 1? 2. What's 7 minus 5? 2. What's my denominator? My common denominator? Common meaning it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here. 6. So my answer is 2 2/6. Let's do another one. Number 10. We have 7 1/3 minus 2 2/3. Looking at our fraction right away, we can tell ourselves, oh no, this 1/3 is not enough for the 2/3. I have 1. Can I take 2 away? I can't in regular subtraction, and I can't in fraction subtraction. I need to borrow. So I'm going to borrow from the whole number next door, which is 7. Now, borrowing turns that into a 6. What's my common denominator? 3. What's a fraction that makes a whole that has a 3 on the bottom and a 3 on the top? I just told you the answer. So I'm going to slide a 3 thirds. Remember, when we borrow in the fraction world, we're borrowing a fraction. We're not borrowing a whole number. We're borrowing a fraction. So this is a 7, but we're borrowing 3/3. Because 3/3 equals 1. But I need to borrow the fraction of that 1. I know that sounds confusing, so we're just going to do it. Now, in the world of fraction and having a common denominator, we only add the numerators. We keep the denominator the same. What is 3 plus 1? 4. What's my common denominator? 3. It's here, it's here, it's here. It's going to stay the same. So this is 4/3. Okay, we just slid the denominator over, but we added the numerators. Now I can do the problem. 6 take away 2 is 4. 4 take away 2, because I'm done with this. This is now this. 4 take away 2 is 2. What's my common denominator? 3. So my answer is 4 2/3. Number 11, there's no borrowing. You're just doing straight subtraction. It works. Okay? 5 minus 4 is 1. Oh, I beg your pardon. Let's do number 11. 6 minus 4 5/8. Oh no, there's no fraction on top. Wonder why they did that. Well, that's because the whole number is larger, so the whole number always goes on the top. Okay? 6 is larger than 4. Agreed? Yes. So, we still have to work the problem, though. This would be, pretend, in the world of fraction, 0/0. And we can't, if I have 0, I can't take 5 away, can I? No. So I have to borrow from the 6 just to get something here, right? That becomes a 5. Now, my denominator in this equation is 8. So what do you think I pulled out of the 6? 8/8. So I have 5 8/8 minus 4 5/8. Can I work the problem now? Of course. So let's 5 take away 4. 1. What is 8 take away 5? 3. And what's my common denominator? 8, 8, 8. So, 6 minus 5/8, 6 minus 4 5/8 is 1 3/8 because we borrowed. Okay? Number 12, 9 2/5 minus 4 3/5. If we look at this carefully, we'll know that 2, you cannot take 3 away. True? So what do? We're going to borrow from the whole number next door. Now, what's my denominator? 5. So when I borrowed, what did I actually borrow? 5/5. Okay, so now 2 plus 5 is 7. Common denominator, slide that on over, is 7/5. I'm done with this. My new fraction on top is 8 7/5 minus 4 3/5. Can I do it? Yeah, I can do it now. What's 8 take away 4? 4. What's 7 take away 3? 4. What's my common denominator? 5. 5, 5. So my answer is 4 4/5. Okay? Number 13, 14, and 15 are all the same. You're subtracting, but now they have it horizontally. Okay? So if it helps you to switch it and use some scratch paper to set it up this way, awesome. But if you can do it that way, awesome also. Page 306, you are doing more adding and subtracting, and you are turning them into mixed numbers, okay? So look at page 305 for some review. Watch this video over if you need to. That's why they're here, is to help you, okay? And until the next one.